having the printer in the house is a completely different conversation. Completely different.
I
Because
think the sale that you guys talked about too is like the technology that your capability that you're getting for that price is ridiculous.
Yeah, and to be honest, the one that Jason moved up to, the biggest difference is the enclosure and the other piece too, the vertical height that you can print on, because the bamboo and
Hello and welcome to the Chicane Podcast, where we discuss all things in the sim racing world. I'm your host, Jason Rivera, and I'm joined here by Mr. Eric Kelly and Jeff Smart. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good, man.
Dude, gentlemen, awesome seeing you guys. Ready to get into it today?
Hell yeah, man. So there's been a lot of things happening in the community, a lot of great things, and we brought up 3D printers, and they have changed my life the same way Eric can kind of back me up on this. And yeah, dude, so a lot of, go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, I think a lot of our listeners too are in the 3D printing game or ready to jump into it. Cause boy, that monopolized the topics for all the comments. So
oh yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it took over, man. I understand now. I understand why though, for real.
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a 3D printing is a community of itself. It's not just the thought started with, I'm going to buy this for sim racing because I'm a sim racer and I want to save money on Etsy, and giving Etsy the middle finger, even though we like Etsy, don't get mad at us. And then I found out that, I have these files. And then this person hits me up and they have that file. And then we have somebody in the comments that's building an A86 entire dashboard, a Corolla 86 dashboard.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yes,
using a printer that's being made in your face.
Yep.
Take a few
hours.
Just
like Christmas. It's like Christmas. You go to sleep and wake up and the thing that you were wanting before you went to sleep is there. No shipping. No delay. Like in my mind, it's even more of, hey, if we have another pandemic, I'm ready. Like,
listen, bro,
to the next level, right?
and guys, I mean, I know we touched a little, or I mean, I guess we had kind of a deep dive with Eric about bamboo devices, and we went in detail on pricing and what you can do and the capabilities. I think it's fair to do a part 2 and show the software, because the software at first, right, it's a little intimidating. You open this thing and it has 1,000 tools, but then when you learn how to use it, which took about 15 minutes to learn how and what buttons do and what have you.
Oh, Jason, did you get one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. So,
you got one.
While we were recording the podcast.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yes.
Because, we do a full screen layout. So I have a little time to hide. You know what I'm saying? So I had another window and I was adding it to the cart and I hit buy. Yeah. So, that's
you got a hell of a deal though, man.
Dude, people don't know. We like do a little hang around session after we record. But Jason was like, hey, everybody, check this screen out I'm going to share. And no kidding, like the echoes had barely gone away from the session. And my boy over here was hitting click, 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 credit card, buy.
Oh, yeah.
Within seconds. It was
there's my first print right here. I got my benchy over there.
Print.
I have, hold on. Yeah. I'll do a Mr. Kelly. Wow, this is going to be difficult to get out of here.
Dude, I have got, no lie, maybe 300 text messages from you knuckleheads strictly about 3D printing.
We're doing that on purpose. We are overwhelming the chat.
Like you guys give me a hard time laying it on thick on me.
Oh yeah.
I recorded a clip of our own episode and was dying laughing when he was like laying it on thick. I was just, I couldn't breathe. I was like, Jeff, you killed me with this. So
oh man.
And this right here, right, is kind of like what Eric displayed. He had it in like this I guess what do you call that?
Yeah, like little pallets, little
right.
brick.
And that's the thing. It's like it's not just one thing. Like, oh, I need to go and print whatever printed. No, there's like 100,000 variations of it. There's remixes, there's colors, there's all kinds of stuff. And I just printed a riser, and it was cool because when I want to pick out a color and I want to color match it, there you see Eric. My boy, Eric, my man, is motivated, bro. I'm telling you, he is motivated. So
hey, look. So
see, he grabbed something. Look,
yo, bro, man, you guys are bad influences on me.
But this is just
influences.
It's the beginning of the concept of you don't have to do anything one way. You don't have to just take whatever you find. Like if you like what Jason printed out, I thought these were cool because I printed these out with the black filament and just snapped these on. I thought this was cool because you flip them over, you got the colors, you got the name of them, you can fill them or whatever. Jason's printing out this thing and it looks like a freaking Rolodex.
He's like, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah, I'm like, that looks smooth, man. I like that. This looks rinky now.
Right. So I mean, there's many different tools I'm going to show off, but I first want to show you guys the Bamboo Lab Studio app. So let me go ahead and share my screen and show you how. Well, first of all, before I begin, I did buy an A1 combo, and it was here for 2 days.
Yes.
And then I boxed it up, put it in the trunk, and sped off to Best Buy and returned it. And you think I'm crazy after saying all these great things. Like I said, we bought this with the intent of sim racing. Now I'm thinking about the garage, woodwork, the backyard, all kinds of stuff. So I went and I upgraded to a bigger machine, the one where you can control the temperature more, for more, what do you call that? Different materials. Yes. Yeah. That are abrasive. And I just wanted a machine. Nothing wrong with that A1 or A1 Mini, because A1 Mini, I'm still considering adding that to the arsenal just for PLA prints. And 90% of sim racing gear is printed on PETG or PLA. So that's just a disclaimer. Nothing wrong with that machine. I had zero issues with it. I just wanted something more capable because I'm thinking way beyond sim racing now. I'm thinking about, I know Jeff has got, he's got his boat.
You were showing me stuff for the boat, and I was like, "Oh,
I showed him drink holders, bro, for the rods."
Really, really difficult.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to hit him. There's got to be something where he's like, "All right, damn it."
What I'm thinking is, I sell it to the wife as like, get the kid to learn how to print and sell it as like STEM development and all this other stuff.
Well, you can print stuff around the house. Stop buying those 3M hooks. Print out whatever you want.
2 words, Jeff. 2 words. I'm going to tell you right now. 2 words. Quality time. That's it. You are spending time, and this is a good segue to show off the software that that you can learn together, and you can explain how it works. And all you need is your brain. Modeling. Yeah. All you need is your brain and imagination.
Engineering for the little squirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how he put that. That's awesome.
I like that.
So here is the Bamboo Lab, and it has my profile in there. Ghost face is up there. And you can see
there it is. Yeah, the fishing
Hold
stuff.
on. There's the fishing rod that we recently opened. And here you can see my print history, which has been involved, as you can see. And this is on a single roll of filament. And this app is it's free. They update it, it's free. You get a small version on the phone side. It's called the Handy app. It's not as involved, but it has the controls you need as well if you want to keep things simple. But if you want full control, like let's say, look, I'm already looking at, I'm a big RX-7 guy, so I'm looking at rotary engines and how to and how to make them, and how to make them rolls.
That's gonna be cool.
So I mean,
that's dope.
If you guys look at CAD Autodesk software, that costs hundreds of dollars,
Yeah.
over time, because now everything is a subscription. Everything has a subscription model. These
Yeah.
guys are releasing a software that you can manipulate and view from multiple angles. From multiple angles, and see the height and see how it touches the bed, and then you can go in here and you can see the preview, and it does all the magic for you, and it tells you how much this is going to cost me. This is in dollars, I'm assuming, right? And how fast it is. You have a profile for X1 Carbon, which is what I purchased. But again, you can go here. You can go into, let me show off that real quick. You can select the A1 is right there. You can select that and then pick it from here, and it'll automatically, if I go back to prepare and preview, it'll automatically calculate the time that it would take, and it's actually a shorter time because I use a 0.4 nozzle, I think. And yeah, and these, go ahead,
so
Eric.
Seamless, man. Like, just even thinking about using CAD, like CAD doesn't know you're about to put this through a 3D printer and you're about to use PLA filament and you're about to print it on a bamboo or whatever. Like, having all that be taken into consideration, and then when you hit preview, it'll tell you, hey, the way you have this lying on there, you need a support here. You are going to have a floating
trees,
something here, or like it's I feel kind of, like on Behind the Times.
Me too.
To be so impressed.
Yes.
Because this is so it feels like they've thought of so much in this free application.
Eric, you almost sound like you were ready to say it almost feels like it's made by Apple.
No, this is the Apple of 3D printing.
Okay, all right.
Like that is what it is. Like, I don't know of a situation where, this software, I haven't got to a point where this isn't enough yet.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But as far as what they kind of just give you out the box, like Jason said, a couple of 15, 20 minutes of just like figuring this out, watch a video maybe, and you're already like taking something and modifying it and customizing it, and the world is your oyster at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you can also, for example, right, this thing has 6 plates. Mm-hmm. And let's say I want this done quicker. Yep. So I go into prepare, and I can move parts from one plate to the next plate.
That's...
Now watch this. Now I eliminated a plate already. So, and this is no video training. This is no YouTube. This is straight tinker. Just tinkering, moving, seeing how things are placed. I could put this here. Now I saved a crap ton of time. And if I want to make this efficient and we're using an A1, we're not using no top end machine like I showed you guys. Any printer can print this type of stuff. If I right click this and I click on arrange, it will automatically group pieces together to save you filament and time. Well, filament's always going to be the same, but at least time, right? Because the longer, like for example, if I click on preview, now it's going to go through the motion. It's going to detect that it's going to take 5 minutes to print this one plate, right? 5 minutes. However, if I started doing this and moving pieces around, then that means the nozzle has to travel longer, right? It has to move over here, then travel down over here. Now, if I click on preview, it's, well, wait a minute. 5 hours.
You were looking at
total time.
Prepare time, yeah.
So let's look at it again. 5 hours and 28 minutes, right? I was like 5 minutes. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, what did I do to this? 5 hours and 28 minutes. Let's see if it makes a difference. It should.
When you hit a range,
if it doesn't, then I'm gonna look dumb on the Chicane podcast right now. So it's okay. I guess
same time.
5:28. Okay. So maybe they're moving, and these are very like similar shape pieces.
Maybe because of height, but
so that might, that might just be the case where no matter where you put these pieces, it doesn't impact the time that much.
I mean, the simple fact that I saved you 2 plates. So what does that mean? These printers have 1 plate, and you have to give them time to cool down, and you have to be there physically to remove them off the plate. So if I can save you, so if you can save time by putting stuff on the same plate, as long as it doesn't affect the quality, I mean, you're good to go.
You need a little automated arm you can press, and it just goes.
And that's the only thing that's missing. Off. Yeah.
So
another good example is this bar right here, and this is I think it was 2 hours that we saved. Right, it was 2 hours per plate, so we saved a lot of time. I'm pretty sure already. So let's say this wasn't a rotary. Let's just imagine that this wasn't a rotary little engine thing. And you wanted to put a tool inside of the print. You can see the progression here from the start to the finish.
Yo, that is cool.
And if I want to add, I pause. So I tell the printer to stop at 49, whatever, at the height or whatever. I can put something in the tool and then have it resume, or you resume when you're ready, and it'll seal that item inside. So, I mean, those are just like little examples of this software. You can control your device from here the same way Eric explained on his coverage on this. Here, you can see the project that we're working on. You can see the preview. You can see the instructions. You can see, I got like straight up PDF instructions here. And your calibration, right? Just some tips for calibration. Yeah. And there you have it. I mean, it's...
Jason, you showed me some of the plates that they have where it's got the carbon fiber texture.
Yes.
Like that was... You want to talk about that a little bit? Because I think that is super cool and super relevant for, sim racing community that would...
Yes, you are
correct.
It would
be cool having... Go ahead.
So
I gotta give me a plate too.
Let's open up the Bamboo website. We are not sponsored by Bamboo. We would love to. I would absolutely love to. I would put a tattoo of Bamboo on my arm if they sponsored us. Just kidding.
It's reserved. I have
another spot picked out for my second print.
Right here,
already.
bro.
Yeah.
So let me open up the let me open up the website here.
It's cool. I bet they you think they have like wood grain ones that give it a wood texture and stuff like that. I bet there's...
Well, you got wood.
They have
wood filament, bro. You got wood.
Yeah. Wood, glass, metal, carbon fiber. Like, yeah, man. It's crazy.
So here's the website. And we're going to click on accessories. You're going to go to build plates. And let's look at those. Here is your carbon fiber build plate, meaning whatever you print on this plate, it's gonna have a carbon fiber look to it, no matter what. And then you have you have a diamond pattern, which I also purchased. I didn't get the starry one. I don't get down like that. Or the galaxy, but the carbon fiber, man. And then you can see like different examples of the texture. Yeah, being applied. Look at sim racing, guys. Gear Shift Simulator. You can have this in your house the day of, and you can get a MagSafe charger, of course, iPhone, and just
any phone.
And then you can see the sparkle, which kind of, kind of looks cool.
The color transfer one really tripped me out when I first saw it, because the texture, sure, that makes sense, but when I saw the color being transferred, and normally to get that, you'd have to buy like a film or vinyl or something like that. Right. And you just print it and you pick it up and that's on there.
Can you reprint on that spot on the plate, or is it's got to eventually wear away, right?
It'll
eventually.
It'll eventually wear away, and it comes...
But for $20, or what's that? $12?
$12.
Yep. And then you can do both sides.
That's right.
Yeah. So this is for if I look at for the A1, it's a little more. $20. Yeah, $20 because of the size, right?
Just to have that capability, that was wild.
Right?
Just to have that
256
capability, that was
square,
wild.
Yeah,
right?
and it's
Carbon
perfect
fiber.
every time. You don't have to worry about trimming it up and all that stuff.
Jeez, good
Yeah,
night.
man.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the texture blocks and what, it tells you how to install it. So you can
Almost looks like a forged
so
carbon
so you
fiber.
buy the plate, right? So you buy the plate, and let's say you just need spare sheets. You can buy spare sheets for $12. And you could probably get, I don't know, I gotta really test that, but I've heard somewhere around 50 or maybe 80 prints on a single page. It depends. It all depends on the temperature, what kind of material. There's a lot of variables with that, right? So
Yeah,
I
but you'd only
can't.
use it on what you want. Like if you didn't care about the texture, right? You just put down a flat one.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that how
it.
you do
Yeah,
it?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, flat or textured or whatever.
That is
And that's a
cool.
good point too. You wouldn't necessarily want this particular pattern on every single thing you print. So
Exactly.
for the stuff you don't, it comes with a plate. It comes with a texture plate. If you found the
Right.
texture, pop off your carbon or whatever, pop on the normal textured one, and you just save it for those applications where you want
Or
something to look
those
pretty.
special prints that show, right?
Yeah,
Because I don't need the entire. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, can I just buy carbon fiber instead of printing it, instead of wrapping it, right? Because I'm lazy. I don't like wrapping. I mess it up,
It's not easy. Yeah, I
hey,
wrap a lot of my stuff, and it takes time. And yeah,
And
yeah,
if you mess it up or if you get a
starting
bubble,
over. Yeah,
yeah, then you got to use a needle to get it out, but it never
never
looks
looks
right.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So here you can see a nice, you can use TPU or PLA, which PLA I just mentioned is the most common filament and it's the easiest to work with. And it's pretty damn strong. It surprised me how strong it is,
oh
for the
yeah,
price, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So these are the plates that you can buy. If you add like 2 or 3 of them, you can give them for even cheaper. So they always try to hook you up with a deal, but
yeah,
I mean, just a small, I guess, second part to Eric's topic that was so good. Um, and it woken me up to, again, I'm new to this. Eric's new to this. I'm not new to the tech. I
yeah.
knew that they existed. But having the printer in the house is a completely different conversation. Completely different.
I think
Because,
the
Yeah,
right.
sale that you guys talked about too is like the
Oh, yeah.
technology that your
yeah. I
capability that
was,
you're getting for that price is ridiculous.
yeah, and to be honest, the one that Jason moved up to, the biggest difference is the enclosure and the other piece too, the vertical height that you can print on, because the bamboo and I mean not the bamboo, but the A1 and A1 Mini, they're kind of like a fixed height as far as like how
Right.
high they can go. The ones that have the enclosure, they have a higher vertical height that you can print. So if you want to print taller prints, and then like Jason was saying, with the different materials too, having the enclosure to be able to maintain the heat or maintain higher temperature,
That's
that's
correct.
really
Yes.
those are really the biggest benefits. But the nozzle, the print quality,
The XY as well,
like
Eric. The
oh yeah,
XY, because so the bed slingers is what they call them. They move back
yeah,
and forth. So the
yeah,
nozzle just moves side to side and the bed moves back and forth. It
yeah,
depends on how big the print, but an XY nozzle will do
mm,
the moving for you and it keeps the bed still. So it's a lot
yeah.
more stability on that. I'm not
That
bad
makes
mouthing
sense.
the A1 again. Again, it's a great.
Yeah, that's one thing I forgot
You can
about.
see how many prints I made with it. I
Hey,
really
hey,
tested it out.
hey, you know how many prints I've made?
Has it
Like I pull
stopped
my
yet?
only for the podcast.
I'm pretty sure Eric had something going on tonight, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that printer was in the house making noise."
The only reason it wasn't going was because I got to pick up some white filament. The
Oh,
wifey
you
asked for something to be printed in white, and I didn't have a chance to pick it up. So as soon as I pick it up, it's back to work,
okay?
back to it. Yeah.
Well, that covers I guess my portion, my take, right? It's only been a week and I've moved that fast with 3D printing. And what does that mean? That means that any viewers out there, any listeners out there can do this. Anybody can install this software. It's easy. It's taken care of. When you see something that's available, the settings are pre-done for you. They're there for you. If you want to tinker with it, you can. If you want a 3D model and import it into that software, Bamboo Studio, you can. Yep. I do have one announcement that I failed to mention.
Oh, we skipped over those, huh?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. We'll catch them. We'll get
them. And it's an exciting time, man, because we are reaching the end of season 5 in the global iRacing League, and a gentleman that I will keep his name anonymous, reached out to me and said that he wanted to create a skin for the Chicane podcast for the BMW specific
delivery.
Yes. Yeah. Because we don't care about the MX-5, But
what car?
If you're in an MX-5, keep gunning. You will get up to the BMW side, or that might be your preference. I had to. But I will say this. I want to keep it a secret. I want you guys to find it. And the way you'll find it is this. Please email the show at the Chicane Podcast and let me know that you have joined the Global iRacing League, and I will send this skin, this livery skin to you for free. So that was supposed to be part of the announcements, but the 3D printing just kind of took over my life again. And
you see, we jump right in there with you, man. So we understand.
And for those that have joined the league, or if you want to show support for the show, I would love to see liveries out there with the show's name on, at least for a race. I mean, I'm not telling you to abandon your skin or livery. I call it skin, but livery, skin, what have you. If you feel like giving us a shout out, or if you want to race it in a what you call this official race, then by all means, we would definitely appreciate that. So thank you so much. You know who you are, that you reached out. I really appreciate you.
Good stuff, man.
And he joins the league, right? So he joins the league, and he's like, yeah, my mic is kind of not too great, so I wasn't on the mic because I'm in the garage with no AC. So he's racing in the garage, and I'm complaining about heat. So, I mean, I feel for you. And on top of that, I was like, well, I didn't see you on track. Are you in a BMW? He's like, yeah, I'm in a BMW. And I was like, well, what place did you place? He's like, no, I placed P1 in the Pro Series.
Yeah. No
this
big
guy,
deal.
This guy's killing it.
That's why you didn't see me.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you didn't see me.
I slowly backed away. Okay. All right. So that's a quick appreciation. We do have something cooking up for the end of the season, so stay tuned for that. A lot of great things happening, a lot of updates happening. And yeah, we're trying to grow a community. It's a healthy place to practice your skills, learn some skills, and to hang out with us. If you want to hang out with us and chat for a while and jump on track, that's where we do it. And we do it every Tuesday and every Thursday. Well, we try, unless it's raining on track, then we kind of just kidding.
I gotta go.
Then we have technical difficulties.
I gotta shovel snow.
I don't
Can't
know.
make it
The
out
sim's
there.
not working. And if you can see the back, it's kind of blurred out. But I was racing on the skin, and yeah, this guy behind me is about to get me. So let me switch cameras and over to Eric, I believe.
Yeah, and I had an announcement too. It was real quick. So I'm the resident GT7 representative.
Yes.
So they did have a update patch, 1.56, and it was a modest patch. They added 3 new cars. They added the BMW Z4 3-liter, which is a road car convertible. That's kind of GT7's thing. You get race cars and you also get road cars. They added a Pergo 205 GTI hot hatch. So in, I guess, Europe and the UK, this car is like a classic, highly sought after car. So I know a lot of guys across the pond, we're pretty excited about that. And something that I don't know anybody who's excited for, the Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411 1962. It's
Oh,
essentially just like a big, like like military truck.
and
If you
a
want to drive
truck.
something weird, I assume that they'll let you do an engine swap at one point, so you could pop wheelies in this big truck. I don't know what they're doing.
Dude, if they make
Peripherally
it, people will
digital.
race it. That's what I've learned.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
that's it.
saw a full lobby of people racing nothing but these guys. Yeah, they were at Imola, and it was
Why Imola?
the most boring.
Freaking take forever to go around that.
It's a long ass track.
I know.
That going up that hill before the I'm like, you guys just love torturing yourselves. I don't have time.
Yeah, man.
Maybe if I had more time, I'd be into that, but nah, not this go around, man.
All right, man. So today, actually, it's over to Jeff now. Over to Jack. Thank you, Eric, for that. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
no worries. So my quick announcement is I did the Q1 shifter that I ordered was delivered, and I have used the hell out of it. So I was worried about, if you listened last week, I was worried about it's got a good solid clunk to it with every shift, and it's not bad. It's really not as nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
So that's I was like, oh geez, like
how's the feel? You like the feel of the shift,
bro?
Nice.
Very, very nice. Yeah, so I've been driving a lot of rallycross lately, which is like totally different because you go off track there's no, you don't get any points for it, or there's no +2s or 2X's with it. The only time you get incidents is when you make contact with another car. It's rallycross. You're gonna hit the other car occasionally.
Oh yeah.
But it is cool, and my new wheel's on the way too, a round wheel. But when you're driving, and
wait a minute, wait, whoa,
no, that was
what you
now,
get.
you got to leave a little bit out there for
bro.
people
You can't.
Next episode. Hey, I ain't doing it.
Right.
They're gonna chew you up in the comments.
Hey,
I'm just gonna let it happen. The vultures
it
are out there.
It is
They're
what
gonna...
it is.
Yeah.
All right, you guys heard them. Stay tuned for the news. It'll probably, yeah.
It might take
we'll
a
get
minute.
That to you.
It might take a minute to get here, but it'll be worth it.
Okay.
But, dude, rally driving, clicking through the gears and stuff is awesome. It just is. It doesn't. I don't know if it makes me faster, but it makes me feel a hell of a lot cooler as I'm clicking through gears. It
changes the experience.
Absolutely, especially like straight going in. It's just awesome. It really adds a definitely to the immersion of rallycross. Did a couple stock car racing with it. It's not an H pattern, but it fills the gap pretty well for not an H pattern. You know what I mean? At least you're, clinking gears and stuff. I don't know NASCAR. I'm not super familiar with whether it is a sequential or if they have a 4-speed.
There is now. The latest generation car switched over to sequential.
They did. Oh, interesting. Okay.
But that's if you're racing the latest gen. But if you're in the older car, then yes, the H pattern. But I mean, it's fine, dude.
Yeah,
it's not like you're shifting a lot, bro. You shift it in high gear, you hold it into high, maybe one down, maybe.
Yeah, like you leave.
It's not like you're doing a whole lot.
It's already in 4th gear, and you're done.
You let go. You just
disconnect it and put a USB in something else for crying out loud.
That's it.
But no, it's awesome. I'm super pumped. It definitely, gets me broadening my horizon out of the formula, which I've been crushing formula lately. That F2 racing is super fast car, and it's a C class or B class, clean driving. Just been having a lot of fun in that car in that class lately. But
that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I miss formula. I need to jump back into formula. I've been doing a lot of GT, strictly GT, and I am a formula person too. I love formula. It's a totally different beast. It's a totally different approach, completely different. So
yeah, I mean, going from open wheel formula to the rallycross, I mean, you couldn't go from different sides of the spectrum, where your wheels are spinning more than you have traction in rallycross and jumps and going technically off, the dirt, and no big deal. You do that in a Formula car, open wheel, you know, and your race is pretty much done.
It's over.
Yeah. So it just I don't know. It's like I don't like. I was doing a lot of Formula, but now I'm almost like driving anything is super. It just is a breath of fresh air to get outside of just Formula. So
I think, and to close, right? I think that that's how we all end up, right? So the niche starts with one thing, and it's the same concept that I just mentioned about 3D printing. Is your mindset is going to focus and hone in onto one thing, and then once you're able to do that, where you're like, well, what else is out there? You know, I can do this now, I can do that now. So I think it's great. I think you get more value out of
your rig.
Your rig, the stuff, the thing that you built. You know, you built it yourself, and I think it's great to find something new while using the same hardware or adding just a one piece. You know, maybe.
And the cool part is not to continue going down the road, but you see the gains a lot bigger chunks. You know, I've been driving Formula now for I don't know how many seasons where I have to really grind to shave a 1/10 or 2/10 off. When I jump on the rally or stock car or whatever, I go around a lap. It's new fastest lap. It's like, so it's super fun. Like you're seeing your increase in speed and pace a lot faster. You're shaving 1/10 every lap you go around. So, and learning, like I think it was Chatter 9 gave me some tip about the Scandinavian flick about the rallycross. So I'm working on that, getting the car turning with the gear shift and the weight transfer, etc. So working on that. It's just different. Yeah, like you said, it just adds more use to the rig. I mean, I still love Formula. It's still my pride. My pride. If I'm going to get in, I got one race. That's what I'm doing. But rallycross is something else. So, so I'm going to jump into my quick topic here.
Okay.
And then we'll move on if you guys are cool with that.
Ready.
So iRacing has come out with their season 2 updates. So when the new season is over, they're going to push the update. And one of those, I think, is we'll cover them in a future episode. We got
I can't wait, bro.
A couple weeks till it comes out, but they kind of released.
Tell me it's the UI, bro. Tell me.
Dude, I thought they were doing that on the last one.
I know.
They kind of got pushed a little bit.
Yeah. So. A couple of them got pushed in. But here's one that I wanted to kind of bring out because I think this is a hot button topic that I think it's going to hit home to a lot of people here is, so they're going to add a connection flag. So this kind of like, I'm sure everybody's had the problem in iRacing when you're driving and the car in front of you is blinking, like it disappears and it appears, disappears and appears.
Right.
Or the car in front of you, like goes into the car to the right of you. And you're like, how did they not crash? So what iRacing is going to do is flash a connection flag in that car's, that is flashing that you can't see, right? That their network connection is dropped below the standard threshold for what they deem as an acceptable connection rate. What that is to be determined. Probably depends on a lot of variables, right? But what it's going to do is just drop you into the pits, and you can either wait there until your connection establishes a rate that is, conducive to racing, or you can go out on the track as just a ghost car. You'll see all the other cars. The cars won't see you, which is kind of cool. So you're not wasting the race. At least you can go out and go against other cars. I think that's
absolutely awesome. I think that's great.
Breath of fresh air, right? There's nothing worse.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. We see that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. we all have something to say about this, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Go ahead, dude.
I get super nervous when I see that, bro. It's like I can't push. I have an obstacle in my way and I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. I can't predict anything.
Yeah.
It's unpredictable. So
it's iRacing, prides themselves on the net code, but when you don't have a network connection for the net code to kind of guess where you're going, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
And it sucks for everybody because not only for the person that has a crummy internet connection, but like the cars in front of them, behind them, and to the side, like they're suffering too for it, which they don't deserve that stuff. So it's kind of about time, I guess, that we did something, that iRacing finally pushed something like this. But I think it's going to be hopefully well received.
This has never been done, dude. I've never seen a game do this.
Yeah, it's always one person in each race, I feel like.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
I think that's great. And that will actually, because when you're blinking, you don't know that you're blinking unless you're really bad.
Yeah.
You have to rely on someone else telling you, hey, you're kind of
Yeah, I try
cutting
to get
it.
on the mic and be like,
Wait till you get cussed out.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But at least they're trying to say, hey, you have a problem and
Yeah.
we're going to put you in the pits, which sucks. But I hope that they take the right approach. Don't penalize someone for having a bad connection. Let them give them a chance to fix it. Because not
Yeah.
everybody, you know, not everybody has a stable, high speed internet connection like they want you to. At least give them
Yeah.
a chance to see what they can do about it. Is there something technical? Is it a hardware issue? Is there a service issue?
Yeah, I think it
But
said they were going to give them the option to be able to withdraw too without penalty.
without a penalty, great.
We'll see
Okay,
how that
great.
goes.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
It
you don't want
shouldn't
somebody
be.
jumping in
wins.
just because they don't want to get withdrawn and have the, that hurt their safety rating, right? So that's probably the right answer is let them withdraw without.
Yeah, and it doesn't ruin anybody else's race either because that can be terrible.
What a novel idea, huh?
Yeah, I think that's great. I've never seen a sim or game straight up kick you out because of a bag. I mean, there's servers that will drop you in shooter games, but they're usually custom server. It's not a server like that you pay for. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got a super high ping, then you might get booted from the server, but that's automatic. It's a bot that will do it. But that's a straight get out. Like
not
they don't
like
throw
maybe
you in the
having a
pits,
spike
bro.
or something like that.
You're getting all but
you
it's
can't work it
usually
out.
private. It's not usually proprietary. Not that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But that's a good find, Jeff.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. That'll be nice for everybody.
Right. I mean, it's not always the Sims' fault. It's it's there's always two sides to a story, man. You know how it goes. So.
Yeah. Things happen, and yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's a good find. I mean, the UI is
it is what it is.
What I'm excited for, but that's a tool that's actually going to help you and help everybody. To make sure we have even cleaner racing. Now, you know what I'm saying. Now we have another layer of security on track, which is kind of cool. So
yeah, I like it.
And with that, it's that time. And it's time for track of the week. And this week, Mr. Kelly, Eric, aka the Tech Gentleman, has the track of the week. And I don't know what it is. I never do. That's a rule here. So over to Eric. What's up, man? Talk to me. What do we got up? What are we cooking up this week?
Hey, man, we got a oldie but a goodie. This is another one. Share with you guys here real quick. We've got Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen.
Classic.
It's a wonderful track. It's it's so fast, bro. I love this track.
Yeah, it's got a good flow.
Fast. Yeah.
Ironically, it's been one of the ones that we've been racing on GT7 this week for some of the daily races, and I wasn't super familiar with it, but
we have
it's kind of the trend. Yeah, these ads, man, they're going crazy, but it's kind of the trend where the more I learn a track, the more I kind of appreciate it, the more I kind of like it. And like you saying, this track kind of has some everything. It has some, some sweeping turns, has chicane, has some, kind of high speed straights.
Dude, high speed corners, super
elevation
high speed
changes.
Yeah.
It's got some everything, man. So, yeah, but yeah, just kind of getting into some of the history of the original layout, as you guys can see here. The chicane and a lot of the just general shape of the track is not there, and it's for good reason, because this track basically was put together to take the place of some road course races that they were having in New York, where the track currently lives. And this track's put together in an attempt to obviously increase safety, give people a structured place to go, and host more official races. As you guys know, they host a lot of NASCAR races here, and they had some Formula races here for over 20 years as well. The general shape of the track hasn't changed much. Like if we kind of move, they originally started in 1956.
Oh wow.
And when we get to 7, we see the track changed, and it's got some of the kind of character that you guys see, or that you're really used to seeing with this track. And they have some of the other forms of the track. They got the short circuit, and they got the 6-hour. But generally, this is, back in 71, they put together the general shape of the track that we kind of know and love today. And 75, they pretty much didn't change much. I mean, I guess they, thought they had a good thing. And it wasn't until 92 that they added they call it the inner loop, but that kind of high speed chicane, right?
Had to slow them down. Usually is what we've been seeing in the
Right.
the topic
that
here
definitely. Yeah, that definitely was one of the motivations there. But just kind of going back to the history of the track, like I say, first races were in 1954, and they were a combination of Formula One races that started, in the 60s and ran for 20 years, but they also did some World Sports Car Championship races, Trans Am, NASCAR Cup Series. They pretty much, if it's got wheels, they've pretty much been
I wish
racing
we
it,
had
man.
this in the Formula One still, man. It'd be nice.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. Especially taking that long kind of S into the straight
Oh
before you hit the
Yeah.
chicane, going uphill. That'd be cool.
That's another track, right, in the U.S. that we
Oh
would
yeah,
have.
yeah. That
We
would.
might.
Hey, we need to put that bug out there, man. But speaking to some of the motivations for track changes, like I said, the track first races were hosted in 1956, but in 71. Some of the changes to the track happened due to some fatalities. A couple of the major ones were Francois Sever and J.D. McDuffie. Those were some of the races that kind of sparked some of the fatalities that motivated them to make some safety changes and improvements to the track. And like I say, they have several layouts, which we kind of know that they kind of cater them to different cars. And they have the Grand Prix course, the short course, the long course. This is the one I was going to tell you about, Jason. We always talking about what you see when you see the race course, like the shape of it. And the long course here that you guys are seeing is actually called the Boot, and that's the name of the course. That design came out in 1971. And they did a formula race for the debut.
I'm trying to see if it's if I can see it.
I ain't seeing it.
I haven't seen the Boot, but that's what they call it. So,
sure. I mean,
they see kind of in this area right here, they have a little area called the Boot.
Oh,
and they added it to
toe, heel.
And so,
okay.
That reminds me of Das Boot. Remember from Beer Fest? Sorry.
That's had a flashback. Yeah, but let's see. But essentially, ever since 91, they've made some cosmetic changes. But
I do see that. Sorry. I do see the boot. It's kind of like a shoe. You see it there? Like it's like someone's foot in there. But that's about it.
Like the back half.
Yeah, like the toe.
Like the right
this
side
is the
of the
heel.
track.
Like there it is.
I can see that. I was trying to see the whole track as the boot.
I just had a brain fart. I'm sorry.
If it's just that if it's just that area.
I had a malfunction. I was just like loading. But yeah, go ahead.
A little
my
buffering,
bad.
Man. No, you good, man. Real. But I see the boot now, man. But yeah, this is one of those tracks where they do a lot of NASCAR races here now. One of the American tracks. It'd be great if we got some F1.
I would love to see a NASCAR racing here. I thought NASCAR, no offense, I thought it was just left-hand turns. I don't know.
No, they got a couple road courses.
Yeah, I need to watch. I would like to watch those, right? Because the oval ones, I don't know. It's hard to watch.
That might be
fun
be
to drive.
Hard
to watch.
They drive Circuit of America too.
Oh,
COTA.
we got to look at some NASCAR races, man.
I know. I need to get.
I heard a statistic. If you want to hear it, it might hurt some NASCAR feelings. The F1 at Coda, the F1 cars could do 2 laps and be on the bumper coming across the finish line the first lap for the NASCAR.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it'll be cool to go to an event, right?
Culture. Yeah, that's what you're. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's part of our American, culture. Of course, we all know that the F1 cars, even the Williams, will fly by. All right. Enough of the NASCAR. We love you guys. We love all racing on Chicane Podcast.
All racing,
all of it. So
all racing, and to support that, they actually had an event in 2011 where it's called the Mobile One seat swap, where Tony Stewart and Lewis Hamilton actually swapped. So
this is the one they did that.
Yeah, so Stewart drove his Chevy for 4 laps around the circuit while Hamilton drove the MP4 23.
Dude, is that the one where they said, "All right, Lewis, time to come in," and he was like, "Nope," he just kept going?
I think it was.
Oh, he wasn't coming in.
He was like, "Nope."
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm telling you, man, that'd be dope in a F1 game. But right now, we have to settle for, GT cars, road cars, that kind of stuff. And mentioning games, the first game to feature this track was Gran Turismo.
Oh, of course! Yeah. Look at that, the first GT. Yep. That's what's up.
Yep. So it's been out there for a while and got some love from GT. But yeah, beautiful track, fun, a lot of character. And with that being said, that is the track of the week.
Awesome, Eric. Dude. Thank you so much, dude.
Fun track.
Yeah, it's a great track. It's home in the USA. It's a great. I anytime Watkins Glen show up, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to race it. I don't know what it is. It's a track that resonates well with my style, right? I love the bending turns, the S's, and that chicane that they added could be treacherous if you don't know the track. Because there's just a bunch of cones, and there's a left and then a right. And if you ain't got it, man, you're just going to go right through.
Your race is over.
All right, man. So, yeah, I meant what I said, guys. I really need to branch out a little more with NASCAR because I know NASCAR has like their own Drive to Survive version on Netflix. I thought about giving that a watch. And speaking of Drive to Survive,
I was going to save it for the round table, but send it, dude.
But round table,
since we're there,
round table. Jeff has something to say. I'll give that to Jeff.
Yeah, I'll start it off.
Yeah.
We just finished up practice for F1 at Bahrain.
Oh, bro, practice was awesome. Practice,
dude. I'm wearing Mercedes a little prouder today. But so no race this week, but we do have Drive to Survive gets released on the 7th of March, and then the following weekend we got round 1 in Australia. So Drive to Survive this weekend to get your F1 fill.
Right.
Yeah.
And drive fast and brake late.
There you go. Perfectly. Yes, perfectly executed. I will back up Jeff with Drive to Survive. If you don't like F1 or you find it boring or you've never watched it before, you are wrong. First of all, and two, and Drive to Survive will take a non-racing fan and turn him into a racing fan.
So it got me into it. Yeah,
my brother.
I thought F1 was great. It was silly.
I never watched racing at all before Drive to Survive.
So I created a monster because.
Yeah, but there's an asterisk for your brother.
I showed it to my brother, and he became a Verstappen fan.
Yeah, he was a cool guy, and then he told me he was a Verstappen fan.
Now we ignore his text. We don't pick up the phone. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. My brother now is a Verstappen. I'm like, you have to go back and watch the whole season, man. You can't.
So you got.
You know what I mean?
It's like watching this Tom Brady in the last Super Bowl. Like, I'm a Tom Brady fan. No.
I'm telling you, and the best seasons of Drive to Survive are the first ones.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah. The first ones are still relevant. They're still watchable. it'll get you up to speed in like a few weeks time, depending how hard you want to binge it. Excuse me.
One weekend.
There's like 8 episodes. Yeah, you can knock them out. They're like 40 minutes.
Oh, you're gonna be hooked.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. You're gonna be. Your back's gonna hurt because you're gonna be on your seat the whole time.
But and I think as somebody who never watched racing, I think it's interesting because you get to see like behind the scenes of the racing as well. Like you get to learn more about what goes into designing the cars, the pressure of owning a team, the drama. It's like the perfect introduction to F1. Yes. For somebody who has seen no racing, because everything is new to you. Like even like the pressure of the qualifying and the practice laps and the off time and all that stuff.
Eric, I think
it's awesome show, man.
You hit the nail on the head when it came to say like the demand for these guys to perform every week. Like the demand for you to be in the points as a new driver is incredible, and you don't get that just watching the TV show. And they really show the team managers grilling drivers to producer they're going to lose their seat.
And you don't just see that, you see pressure from above. You see the owner chewing out the engineers
or these.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot of stuff in there, man, that's freaking awesome.
You learn a lot.
You learn a lot, and it's exciting. The way they filmed that, it was exciting. But again, when you're watching this show, if you got this far, hope you did. Check out Drive to Survive if you haven't. Just give it a shot. Drive to Survive is what got Jeff into sim racing.
It is.
It sparked the idea of wanting to drive a Formula One car. And how do I do it? How can I do that? How can I simulate that? And I said, I'm going to show you, brother. And we've come a long way. We've come a long way since then.
Something like, hey, what's your credit limit on your credit card?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Sounds about right.
Come on, man.
Love you, brother.
I love you too, man. So, hey, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It's been another great one, and I can't wait. March is here, and my F1 withdrawals are settling. I need F1 in my life. It's been 80-something days without F1, and I'm rocking. I'm rocking in a chair like this. Like I can't stay still.
Yeah. Like, y'all got any more than F1?
Like Pablo Escobar in the pool standing there.
That's it. Yeah. Just staring at, what am I going to do? Anyways, guys, please, if you have any questions about anything. Oh, excuse me. We do have a question that came in this week. It's a rather short one. So we have a Mark Fleming that emailed us. And his question, or his comments in question. Thank you so much for emailing us, by the way. I'm loving the podcast. Great content and entertaining too. I was wondering what monitors we're using as triple monitors. So that'll be a question for me and Jeff and I. And I will tell you, I'm running Samsung G7 32-inch 1000R, I believe.
Yeah, you got
curved monitors, 240 hertz. And Jeff, what do you got running back there?
I got Acer 32 1500R, so not as sharp bent as yours. 165 on the refresh. What else is important?
That's about it. The panel's a VA panel, I believe, right? Or is it a IPS panel?
You're killing me.
Okay, I think it's a VA.
I've owned them for a minute.
I'm pretty sure it's a VA.
Are those 2K monitors, 4K?
2K.
Cool.
So they're 2K, and that's really all you need for that size.
Dude, Costco hooked it up.
Oh, yeah. And Costco, oh, man, that's a good one. If you're in the U.S., can't beat the Costco warranty.
I had a problem, brought it back. Lady just threw it in a cart. I got a new one. I was like, damn, you didn't even try
Bro, I would cringe if somebody, and they do it face down too, like, boom, and I'm
it's
like,
not that damn, like,
damn.
Somebody could have used that.
Oh, they ain't worried about it, man. They ain't worried about it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, hey, thank you so much for emailing us on the show. Appreciate it. And to all you viewers and listeners, please have a great start of your week. Thank you.